Today's lesson came straight from the horse's mouth. One of our wonderful new clients who's well into his 90s, and we were talking to him about things in his house and that he might want to leave behind to other family members, right? Those heirlooms, personal belongings. These are super important things. We learned today from our client a piece of invaluable information that I wanted to share with all of you. And that is, we might not always realize the value that of the things that we have. We might say, "Oh, I really don't have much at home. What's really valuable there? Not much. Anything is all going to get thrown away. I don't have anything expensive." But you do have, and maybe unbeknownst to you, have things that have a lot of personal value, sentimental value, value to other people outside of yourself, value that you cannot perceive. And that's what we learned today from our 90 something year old client was his conversations with his adult grandchild, his grandson, about a grandfather clock. He was thinking in his planning, well, gee, we have the grandfather clock that has been in our family and I want to pass it down and my grandson's going to want it. And what he found out in talking to his grandson was quite the opposite. No, I have no interest in the grandfather clock and the $500 maintenance that goes along with it every few months when something goes wrong with it. What I'm interested in is actually that stationary table that you have, Grandpa, the one that has the basically like hood that you open up and it has the serrated thighs to it. And you open it up, and inside there's all the little cabinets and everything that you sit down. It's a stationary desk. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you've had a family member that had them. They used to be more popular when people sat down and wrote cards. And that was something that he saw for years at his grandparents' house. And it's a piece of furniture that he's not asking for because it has any extrinsic value. It has intrinsic value to him. He's asking for it because it reminds him of his grandparents and going to his grandparents' house as a kid because he'd always see this piece of furniture. And that's why it's important to him, is because it's going to be a memory that he's going to have moving forward after his grandfather passes away. His grandmother already passed away, so after his grandfather passes away, he'll continue to have this piece to remind him of his grandparents. And so our client would have missed that entirely in his planning and missed that opportunity had he not had the conversation with his grandson about things in his house. So as you go through this journey of estate planning, it's interesting because this journey of estate planning really should include other people besides yourself and maybe your spouse. Open the conversation up to children, or if you're lucky enough to have grandchildren that are now adults and you live that long in your life, you can extend the conversation to them too, particularly in areas you might not really think, such as personal belongings in the house. A lot of times it's kind of an aside. Oh, well, you know what? They're going to sell the house, they'll have an estate sale, it'll all get figured out. There's not a lot of thought that's put into that. There's an opportunity for there to be more thought, not from a standpoint, and we've talked about this before, avoiding conflict, because multiple beneficiaries might want an item to remember you by, and it's the same one, agree, and it's not clear in your planning. Yes, we talked about that. We talked about the sisters and the piece of furniture and how they destroyed and their parents' legacy and burnt through all their inheritance fighting over a piece of furniture. That's not this story or moral of the story. The moral of this story is having the conversation include in your beneficiaries in your family to get their input, which might give you a line of sight to something you overlooked. Like in this case with our 9-year-old client, he would have overlooked that stationary desk and the opportunity to provide something meaningful, which he was trying to do with a grandfather clock, mind you. That was his intent. But in actuality, the result wouldn't have had the same effect as it is now going to be with the stationary desk. So there you have it. Things we learn here at Snyder Law on a day-to-day basis from our clients, from their experiences. We want to bring to you to peel back that layer, that veil of this is some sort of mysterious thing that we do in a law office. It's not. It's everyday life. And we want to bring those lessons that we learned to you because knowledge is power. And the other part, and the other half of that is what you're going to do with that knowledge. And we're happy to help you with that here at Snyder Law. So my name is Kevin Snyder. I'm an estate planning attorney, probate attorney, and estate litigator, and have a wonderful firm, California-based firm. We handle cases up and down the state, or help clients up and down the state. Home base is in Irvine, but we can help anybody anywhere in California in regards to their estate planning or trust needs. So if you enjoyed this and it was value to you, please check out our other videos. We have a lot of great content out there for you to get more knowledge. And again, we're here to help you do something with that knowledge. Until the next time, keep being amazing.